In this video, we're going to talk about free versus paid scans. Should you charge for InBody scans? Should you build them into bigger picture programs that you're offering? Here's the key takeaway from this section. No matter how you do things, you want to make sure that the people you work with understand the value of an InBody scan. Even if you put it into part of a bigger program, you want to make sure that the perceived value is there. So as we get into this section, again, click the link to the document below, follow along with me and take notes. Understand exactly how you're going to charge, when you're going to give things away for free, and how you can set up your program to create the most value. First of all, the big picture concept, right? Your InBody scanner should create value every single time it's used, whether that's from actually charging for scans with the direct revenue, from creating a lead, educating your clients, to enrolling them or upselling them into another program to keep them coming back, or just creating better outcomes for them. Scan IQ is going to help you control that experience, show the value to your clients, collect payment when needed through our automated system, and use promo codes to show that perceived value so that you're not just giving things away for free, but your clients understand what they're getting for free. Think about it this way. Free, a lot of times people associate with a lower value item, and we don't want people to think that free means worthless. And so even if you're going to give it away for free, the client definitely needs to still understand exactly what it is and the value that machine is bringing to the table. One of the examples that I use in the clinical space is talking to a friend of mine who is a chiropractor and he does red light therapy. So I asked him, I said, when clients come in, do you just give away your red light therapy treatments for free? He said, no, we charge for them. And they can buy different packages. It's a part of other services you offer and things. And, I said, well, then why do you give away your InBody scans for free? And that was a great starting point for a conversation, right? I think a lot of times, even us as business owners get lost on the fact that, the InBody is just a tool for other things. That's a super high-tech, very expensive piece of equipment, and people need to understand exactly the value behind it. So, for example, let's say that you want to charge $25 for an InBody scan, and you're going to have a promo code, free intro. Now they pay $0. But the kicker is they understand that they should have paid the $25. Everybody loves a deal, right? You didn't give away that scan for free. Now you did provide them with a professional service, but you remove that barrier to entry. So free scans work best when you just want to create awareness, maybe a starting point for a conversation or generate leads. So again, I would definitely use the promo code, but use them for new client assessments. The first time you see somebody, for marketing campaigns, hey, come in and get a free scan, stop down this month, right? Community events, they're going to set up a booth, maybe running a challenge. Now, of course, they sign up for your challenge, so that scan's going to be free. Consultations or nutrition coaching, maybe those are part of their services that they're paying for. But again, promo codes make it free. Paid scans work best when it's being used as a standalone service. So for example, maybe somebody wants to come into your business and just do a one-time scan. Sure, come in and do it. Even if you advertise, $40 for a scan, maybe you want to hook them up and give them a 10 or 20% discount. Make them feel good. It's a reason to come back, but that's a way to charge. Scan packages, monthly scan memberships. Maybe people just want to use your InBody scanner. They're working with another coach or doing something different. Encourage them to come back. Remember, every time you put somebody on your InBody scanner, it is an opportunity to start a conversation with them. So allow them to come in and do it. Charge them something for it. Maybe you want to do quarterly progress checks, non-member access to things, or if you're doing check-ins, nutrition, wellness, or fitness, maybe this is something that's either built into the program, or depending on how often they want to check in, maybe they can upgrade to different scan packages. Keep your pricing simple. We talked about this briefly in the account setup in the payment section, but if a single scan is $25, maybe a scan plus a consultation is $49, but now if they want to be able to scan 4 times a month, now it's $99. And that includes a once a month consultation for 15 or 20 minutes with a member of your staff. You can mess with this pricing however you want. The whole point is show the value and then offer the discounts if you want. If you're offering scans as part of a bigger program, like GLP-1s, peptides, hormone, weight loss, nutrition coaching, whatever it might be, the key is you still need to create value from that scan. They have your initial scan, then the follow-up scans, then progress reports, and tracking general body composition. So with this, maybe the standalone value is $149, but you're going to give it away for $0 with a promo code. So that makes the larger program feel valuable without adding friction for your client. So you could take something like this and say, hey, this body composition tracking package is all a part of our nutrition coaching, or it's all a part of our weight loss program. Standalone, it costs this much. But because we're building into our program, we're going to give you a discount and eliminate that $149 fee. What you just did there was added $150 of value to that program in a very simple way. Now I want to talk to you about locking down your machine. You have the ability to set up a lock code for your InBody machine that's separate from the admin or the setup code. So if scans are paid, they're packaged, they're included in programs, they're tied to something else, definitely consider locking down the machine. What that does is it makes it completely standalone. One of the businesses I was working with was a big gym, and their InBody machine sat in the back corner. They had a couple thousand members. They have been looking for a way to increase their membership rates just a little bit, but didn't have a really good reason to do it. So what we did, we said, hey, let's move that InBody scanner from the back room, put it out front in the lobby right by your front desk so you still have eyes on it. But now we're going to add $5 a month on to people's memberships. A single scan is normally $20. You can scan unlimited times now, and you get a one-time consultation with a member of our staff when you do a scan. So now what we did, they just added $5 a month onto everybody's recurring memberships. The value that they provided was a $20 one-time scan, but you can actually do it up to 4 times a month. So maybe $80 in value there. And the first time you scan, you get to meet with one of our staff members. How cool is that? Now you give them that tool. It's completely self-serve. They walk right up with their phone. They scan the QR code. The machine unlocks, and then they can very simply do the scan, get the result sheet, have the information go to their Swimo app. They can be on their way, and they can do that whenever they want to at their own leisure. Totally self-serve for you. What it did was the 2,000 members it added, and what it did with 2,000 members, it added $10,000 to that gym's bottom line without them really having to change any of the structure for their existing programs. So again, the PIN might be optional if your staff is going to control every scan. You have somebody there, you want to unlock the machine, or if scans only happen during appointments, or if your scanner is in that back room. Consider the possibilities if it becomes something that can still be supervised, but people can access it whenever they want. Some simple rules as we wrap up. If your scan has value, show the price. And it absolutely should have value. If the scan is included, use a promo code so you're still showing that perceived value. If the scan's included, use a promo code so you're still showing perceived value. If access is open, you don't need your staff there, lock down the machine. Now people have to have a membership in order to unlock it. If somebody does scan, there should always be a clear next step. NIQ is not just about collecting money. It's about creating a complete business system and professional experience around your InBody scanner. Show the value, control the access, use those promo codes strategically to show value, and turn every scan into a clear next step.